in our view, the CFPB has an historic opportunity to actually do something right with mortgage disclosures. Anybody who's purchased a home and faced the pound of paper would like to see something a little bit more streamlined. They have an opportunity because in the Dodd-Frank Act, TILA and RESPA, the two principal federal regulatory statutes governing the mortgage disclosure process, are now merged into one agency. Before, the HUD had responsibility for RESPA, the Fed had responsibility for TILA, and the two didn't always do things in sync. So now it's in one place, and there is an opportunity to get it right. It would be most unfortunate if the CFPB were to repeat the experience that the industry and consumers faced when the 2008 amendments were implemented in 2010. We went through 11 rounds of FAQs, and the implementation of the rule and enforcement of it was delayed by 4 months. And it never really turned out right. And unfortunately for consumers, the disclosures were worse than they were before the project started. So we don't want to repeat that. But in order for the CFPB to get it right, they really do need to take a holistic and methodical approach to the project. Otherwise, it is likely to turn into chaos. First, they do need to continue to look at the TILA RESPA disclosures that are currently required, see which ones can be eliminated or modified. They took a stab at it in their proposed rule, and I'm sure they're going to be getting a lot of feedback from both industry and consumer groups on how to maybe improve on the proposals made in that rule. Second, and very importantly, the Dodd-Frank Act had substantive rules in it, the Qualified Mortgage Rule, the QRN Rule, and other items in the Dodd-Frank Act that will drive additional disclosures beyond the ones that already exist. So they need to finalize those substantive rules first and then put them on hold, not implement them. Figure out the disclosures that will emanate from those substantive rules, look at the existing disclosure requirements both at the federal level and at the state level, since they're not likely to preempt the state disclosure requirements, and then design disclosure forms that meet the requirements of all those statutes or regulations and make some sense out of it and put it into a simplified form for consumers.